All right.
Thank
Last time, the recap from last time is pretty easy. After meeting with Chief Yellen, the Grung chieftain of the village in the High Forest, you went to go save her four Grung escort and Liberté from the clutches of what turned out to be some venom trolls, poisonous trolls who spray their poison all over people. Uh,
you.
Only one of them died. You managed to save the rest and defeat the trolls. You found a little bit of loot, and then returned to Chief Yellen. And after bringing everybody up to speed on everything that's been going on in the area, Liberté, Chief Yellen, and the other three Grung returned to the forest. Liberté promising to meet you in Yartar, and if you happen to end up not going that way, to please let him know. And you got back in your boat, traveled a little bit more, and then decided to take a long rest, timing it so that you would make it to Goldenfields the next day. And so, I already told you last time nothing happens over your long rest, and I can't remember if we actually did the long rest or not. I think
No,
we were going
no,
to see if anybody wanted to do anything
you're
as the
right.
long rest happens and everything.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
Um, hey Theron, you wanna spend some time checking out this green cat head thing I found?
Sure, didn't I already look at
Did you?
that? Or
Oh, you detected magic.
I detected that it was
Yeah.
magical, but I think we
I don't
got
know
to
if you can do any more or if we're gonna have to find somebody.
find out its properties. I think you got to study it during your long rest. Is that right, Joe?
Just study it.
So
I don't know if I can do that.
depending on the rarity of an item and the complexity of an item,
Hmm.
like there are some things Maxon could figure out. There are some things that it would take Erkin to figure out. There are some things it'll take spells to figure out.
Okay.
Spells can bring you probably 95% of the way. There are some things that have hidden properties that even identify magic can't reveal it. Certain curses and other very powerful things. And then short of that spell, somebody who already knows what it is could help you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, just so we don't waste time on it, that both the two things that Dundas has that he doesn't know what they are, you are unable to figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. I need to find identify magic spell on this, and I currently don't know how to do it.
Okay. No worries.
But once I do, definitely help you out.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'm tired. Anybody else
Uh,
want to do anything before I
What
take a
what
nap?
time of
yeah.
night is it? Did you say? I don't remember. It was late.
It's whenever we want it to be.
Oh, you long rest then?
Wait,
I've go ahead, Chris.
I want to jump 3 times as far.
Okay.
Maybe up, since we're in a boat. Jumping out of
I
a
don't think
boat.
they work up, right? Isn't it horizontal?
Jumping does. That how jumping works?
Doesn't it say three times as? Yeah, these are magic boots, so jumping works however the boots want it to work.
Well, how can I normally jump up?
How high can you jump up? I think it's your strength score. Maybe. No, that
Okay.
doesn't sound right. It's probably half that, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Half your jump score?
You gotta be running. That's the thing, right?
Running to jump horizontally, yeah.
3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet immediately before jump.
Leap into the air. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Standing jump, you can only jump half the distance.
Yeah.
So wait, somebody could jump. If your strength was 16, you could jump 19
I'm
feet into the air.
I'm reading you
That
what
that
it said.
I
No
understand.
comment.
Okay.
Read harder.
Read so it makes more sense.
When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
Wow. Okay.
If you move at least
That's
10 feet immediately
that is
before.
pretty high. It
All
must
right.
mean how high your hands reach then, not your feet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if, like, the weakest among you is Erkin with a strength score of 8, you're telling me he has an 11-foot vertical leap? I don't think so.
You can extend your arms half your height above yourself during the jump. Thus, you can reach above you a distance equal to the height of the jump plus 1.5 times your height.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Too complicated.
Ayo.
Explain that to me
Anyway,
like I'm a-
those boots say 3 times as far, not 3 times as high.
Hi.
Damn
I
words.
need a dictionary. All right, fine. I'll just jump in a direction. I don't care where I am or what I'm doing.
You
Okay.
would.
He does that.
3 times. 3 times is far.
I think you could jump across the river using that.
I say, man, he jumped pretty far there.
Yeah,
Who
look
wants
at
to bet? Who wants to see
Boy,
me
you
jump
jump.
across the
Because the distance is your strength score. So 3 times that means that he could jump 24 feet side to side.
Okay.
Great.
So I've got one thing to do. I say, well, since we're gonna take a long rest and I didn't use all my spell slots, I have this augury spell I could use. And we can ask a question and get an omen about the results of a specific course of action we plan to take within the next 30 minutes. That's not real useful since
You're gonna get really
going
good
to
sleep.
bed. We're going to bed, but does anyone have a question?
This might have a nightmare, and
Will it rain today?
I don't know. Actually, I mean, it's a cool spell though. Fuck.
It also doesn't use the spell
At this
slot if
point-
you're casting it from a scroll.
I don't have that ability.
What?
I'd say at this point it doesn't matter because we're about to.
That's
long
not an
rest.
ability. If you're cast
Or s-
if a scroll has a spell that's on your spell list, then you can cast the spell from the scroll without using a spell
oh,
slot.
do I have a scroll for that? I do. Okay. No, I had it equipped. So
Oh, you have an augury
you're
scroll
go-
though.
So this it tells you up to 30 or as far out as 30 minutes. What's gonna happen?
specific course of action plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Oh, let's see if we're
Maybe
gonna
we
be-
can ask in the morning.
Or you can ask
I'm just gonna
if-
post what it says.
Or you can just ask if we're gonna be safe.
For 30 minutes? Sure.
Well, I don't know.
What's our specific course of action of going to sleep?
It doesn't matter. We can wait till the morning, like you said. It's cool though. I'm glad to know that you have it.
I do have a scroll for it too. I forgot about that. But I also
Oh,
equipped it.
real convenient.
He had to use the scroll to remember that he had it.
I didn't use a scroll.
Oh,
All right.
real
Anyway, that's
convenient.
all I wanted to
again.
say. We're
Cool.
going to bed.
I'm good to sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Unless I got a spell slot I could use to send a message to somebody if anybody wants to, mention anything to any living person.
You can just
25
talk to
words or
any
less.
person who's alive.
Yeah, as long as you
Son
know
of a
them.
bitch.
I just equipped it. Don't
It's got to be somebody he's familiar with.
Yeah.
Oh, so like his
Is-
hands.
Is that the sending spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the same thing.
You.
I just
Oh,
equipped it. I don't know how long
Bandit,
he's
yeah, I
got.
got that too.
I got that.
Look, Chris. You guys are level 7. He's only had it since he was level 5. Okay.
Oh.
Me?
A year
Level
and a
7
half
for a
ago.
while.
All right.
Yeah, a year and a half. That could have happened.
I look at there and say, yeah, that's how I saved Erkin from not dying at the castle there.
that
You should
true?
talk to a doctor.
Monastery.
I don't know. I think anyone got anything else? Or we're taking this long rest?
No,
Sleepy
I'm
time.
going to sleep.
Okay.
Good.
You
I
guys take a
immediately
long
fall
rest.
asleep. Hooray.
Hooray. So fucking tired.
Chris, roll your boots. I know you want to do that.
It's been 2 days now since the fight with Frang at the portal, right?
Oh.
It's our second long rest.
Oh,
We slept outside of that other place there.
August 10th was the fight, and this is the morning of August 12th.
What the fuck?
I don't have my unicorn horn back.
I don't know what that one is, I guess. Okay, so you guys get up in the morning, pack up all your stuff, back in the boat, and ride down the river the rest of the way. Yeah.
What's happening?
How'd you come up with that?
Oh, 3.
Math is wrong there. It must have to be 50, not 25.
Excellent.
I'll have to go in there and fix that later. Just right here, 50, not 25. Of course, if it ever matters again, I'd be surprised. Okay. So you ride your boat the rest of the way and then park it as near to Goldenfields as you can get. Shit. Okay, so that first one, Chris, is gonna be. Oh no, wait. Yeah, 4 times a day or every 4? It must be 4 times in a day. Every 6 hours. Okay, so noon would be the first one. You guys arrive at Goldenfields at noon.
Ah,
I don't want some lunch.
So you guys are
You skipped
walking along toward Goldenfields when oh, that's right. It's not it's each boot, that's why. 25 per boot. When suddenly the toe on each of Erkin's boots turns into a mouth and pukes out 25 gold pieces each,
Nice.
and then the boots return to normal.
Like flies into my pocket kind of thing.
No, it's just all over the ground in front of him.
I'll just pick those up.
What
Wait,
the
what do you
heck
mean?
was that?
25 gold pieces each.
Like out of each boot,
Each boot.
or
Show
each
that
person
one?
gets
Yeah.
25?
Each boot
Each boot.
puked out
Yeah.
25 gold
Oh, okay.
pieces.
Okay.
What the hell is up in your boot?
Oh, fuck.
It's just one of those days.
It's
That's
just
pretty
one
cool.
of those days. I've never had a day. It's just one of
I write in my book, puking gold boots.
those.
Wonder what else those boots can do with those mouths.
What else?
I'll be right back.
All right. Now, as you guys approach Goldenfields, you recall what you've already been told by Erkin, that this is a stronghold of the Emerald Enclave. It's devoted to Chanti, the goddess of agriculture. It's referred to as the Granary of the North because of the incredible amount of high-quality food that it produces. And there's supposedly a lot of people here. You've heard other people in the area just refer to it as a farm. And so, let me pull up the map and then I'll go into the description of what you see as you arrive. Alright. Oops. Okay, as you approach, you see that this place is a sprawling temple farm built on higher ground than the surrounding fields. It is enclosed on all sides by a wall of mortared stone. The outer wall, you'd see as you approach, is 60 feet high. And the wall is built out at several points, spaced about a mile apart. So this is the key for how big, or whatever that's called, how big this place actually is.
Jeez.
And so, this wall alone is like 6 miles.
Right.
Right? So this place is actually enormous, and it has a wall around the whole thing. Okay?
It's like Attack on Titan.
Every
Yeah.
mile there is an outpost sticking out from the wall. You guys approach from the south because that's the only gated entrance. And as you approach, you see that there is a large stone gatehouse set into the middle of the southern wall. You can see through the gate that there are dirt roads inside crisscrossing the interior of the compound, which provide access to various locations within the place. And there is a rather large contingent of people at the front of the gate keeping watch.
Okay.
Why are we going here again? I always forget why we're going anywhere.
So this is a place that the next devastation orb might be used on, depending on how
Okay.
things go.
Gotcha.
This isn't the place. Isn't it Yartar?
Dundas' intelligence is very low.
Or we told it was Yartar from the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, next puzzle. Oh, we saw it in our vision. That's what it was.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah. Sorry.
I still wanted to come here because I wanted to turn in the stolen flowers and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
But we did get some Goldenfields info. It's the Granary of the North, run by Abbott. People patrolling, looking for people. They're never hungry.
Yeah, so I guess do we just want to warn them about hooded figures or something? I mean,
Warn
that's
the
kind of
Abbott.
vague, but
I mean,
Could also just check out like the stores and stuff here and
true.
look for any magical items and things like that. If you need rations, grab some rations. Talk to people.
Yeah.
What was the place I needed to go to?
Oh, why don't we head in then and
Okay, I guess we'll talk to
see
the
what we
guards
can
first.
see? Yeah.
yeah. Holler at
Okay, you approach the stone gatehouse, which is carved with images of full-bodied women cradling cornucopias. The gatehouse itself is a fortress in its own right. Above its tall, thick wooden doors are narrow slits that seem to peer down suspiciously on all visitors. Let's see.
Excuse me.
All right, so there's a whole bunch of soldiers. I didn't write down the amount, but there's a lot of guys here. And you approach, and the external gate is actually open, but there's a second gate inside the inner gate that's still closed. And as you approach, several men exit. One of which appears to be the leader of the troops that are here. And he says, "Ho there, travelers. I am Sir Phonetic Doyle, Castellan of the Gate. What is your business here?"
Hey man, how you doing?
"Quite fine. It's a beautiful day."
Yes. That's all I got, fellas.
Aren't you our charisma guy?
What do we? I
We
mean,
warn them of the stuff that we know that there's anybody in green robes comes through or any robes really with boxes, things like that.
yes, I want to
Womford
warn
was
them of
destroyed.
everything. Womford has been destroyed. Could I whole summary of all that?
Well, we don't really have to tell the guard everything, just that we wanted to warn.
Just be on the lookout for guys in green robes. Any
I mean,
suspicious?
he asked why you were here. You don't have to give him the whole spiel.
Don't get those.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get. Just to warn you of all that.
What?
Give you a heads up.
I tap Dundas on the back and I step in front of him. We're just here to actually warn your leadership here of the events that have happened in Womford, and really just to check out your town and see if anybody needs help with anything or has any information or wares that we could perhaps purchase.
Well, that's a little bit all over the place. But
Yeah,
yes,
a lot of things.
we've heard that Wamford has been destroyed.
Did you hear of some rare herbs getting stolen from here?
Yes.
Uh, who has the herbs, by the way? Is it Dundas that has them still?
Yeah.
I don't know what you think you have, but you have like used up broken herbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't really have anything to return then, do
I
we?
want to
Not
show
really.
him them though, to be
We
like,
just
hey,
have we just have information, I guess.
you
I
recognize
don't even know who
these?
this was stolen from anymore. I just know it was from
Okay.
Goldenfields.
Dundas holds it up, and he says, "Well, unfortunately, uh, I'm just the Castellan of the gate. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to identify herbs.
Right to
Uh,
kill him.
Who could I go see
so
here?
so I can send you in uh to the town,
Okay,
and somebody there can help you. Oh,
that would be excellent.
what's this
Yeah.
about a warning?
Is there like
Oh.
a chief of guards or something inside we might possibly talk to?
Um, well, I run the gate.
Yes.
Do you have like a commander of like
Yeah.
your
Is there, do you have a
soldiers?
commander?
Well,
Take us to
depends
your
on who
leader.
you mean. I mean, the abbot is the senior agent here of the Emerald Enclave, which runs this place.
Who's the next one up in your chain?
Yeah.
My chain? Um,
Yeah.
Strog Thunderblade.
What's
Hey,
his
maybe
position?
the abbot would be who
Yeah,
we want to
fine.
speak to if we have time.
Yeah, Strog. He's easygoing for a half orc. Uh, I mean, you should start with the abbot.
Sure. Could
Okay.
we perhaps have an audience with him? If,
I mean, you can just go and check. This place is pretty relaxed.
okay.
Well,
I need to check everybody out before you go in. Are any of you by chance members of the Emerald Enclave?
I am.
I am.
Right down here.
Why were you keeping that a secret?
That wasn't really a secret. I just didn't know that you needed to know.
Usually people lead with that, considering this is an Emerald Enclave stronghold.
Well, I just figured everyone here was a part of the Emerald Enclave.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
I'm not. I'm not.
What is your rank?
Spring
I'm a
Warden.
Spring Warden.
Spring Warden. Okay, low rank. Got it.
Yeah, that's probably
Oh.
why we didn't notice
Rub that
to
in real
announce
quick.
this.
Okay. Are any of you members of the Zentarum?
Shh. Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to wait outside.
Yeah,
Hey,
why'd you say? Why'd you
do
say?
you- Do you want to sign up for the Zentarum?
No.
No. I was going to ask you that before you asked me that.
All right, see you later,
I'm,
Erkin, I
I'm
guess.
not a member of this entire.
Okay.
I'll just stand by this gate.
Is there anything else you need to
You're
know?
welcome.
No,
Do you need
no.
anything?
The rest of
Erkin?
you are good. Just see that man over there and let him write down your name, and then you can head on in. If you're gonna stay the night, make sure that you check in with North Furrow's End. That's the inn. Even if you're not gonna stay at the inn, if you're gonna stay someplace else, just let them know where you're staying so that they can keep track of you. We try to keep track of everybody who comes in and out of here. And if you hear bells ringing, just head for the Abbey. Other than that, Mass is at sunup, and enjoy your time. And then
I whispered.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I whispered to Dundas, try to convince him to let Erkin come with us.
So as he finishes talking, the gates start opening up. And as it does, it's one of those things where it's just like on the other side of the gate, there's birds chirping, there's smells of fresh produce. None of the manure smell. It almost seems like the sun is brighter on the other side of the gate somehow, even though it's the same sky. And there's like a staircase. Beside it, there's like a ramp so that carts can go up that heads up, and you realize that the wall itself is 60 feet high, but the ground on the other side is higher, so the wall must not be as high on the other side. The ground itself has been raised somehow inside the walls. Um, and he kind of gestures for you to hurry through.
I say, "Come on, Erkin," and I look at the guard and try to tell him, "Hey, you know he was just messing around. He's fine."
Okay, make a deception check.
Nice.
I swear on everything. I just rolled a 20. All right, I swear to God.
Nice.
Okay, well he got a 17.
Wow.
Wow, nice.
So, all right. He's like, "Oh, well, that's not funny. Uh, yeah, but yeah, I guess you can go ahead.
Wow.
But we're gonna be keeping our eyes on him.
Oh
So
yeah.
no funny
No worries.
business.
He's a jokester. He
We
doesn't
always
mean
try to
anything
tell
by
him
it.
not to do that.
And if it turns out he really is Santorum, we're gonna kill him.
Well,
I'll
see
allow
you
it.
later.
Go on.
No worries.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So you guys all head in through the gate. And
That would have been
I,
annoying
w-
to
I
leave
want to
him
kind
out
of keep
there
my
all night.
distance from on the rest of the group.
as you guys walk in, the gates start to slowly close behind you, and
I
they
want to start
close.
dancing as they're closing while looking at the guard,
Dancing. Okay.
like a Joker dance.
So it. Yeah. So now you can tell that the ground here. I think the walls are. Yeah, the walls are only 20 feet high on this side, and as you walked through, you were able to determine that the walls themselves are 30 feet thick.
Mm.
Wow.
These are some beefy ass walls.
It is like Attack on Titan.
Would be a shame if an orb disintegrated it.
Yeah. Well, you also know that this area is much bigger than Womford was. Do you remember the size of that explosion?
Yeah.
It wasn't really an explosion, but
I don't know how to
What was it?
describe it. Not being an explosion,
it was an energy ball, just vaporized shit.
just energy blast.
Yeah.
This is an earthquake anyway.
All right. So the first thing you see as you pass through the gate is a 20-foot tall wooden statue of the goddess Shanti. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chauntea. Shanti, Shantae, I don't know. Depicted as a plump, smiling woman standing with her hands on her hips in a garden of golden wheat, surrounded by a dirt roundabout. North of the statue is a stone building with an open front, above which hangs a sign that reads Earth Mother's Bounty. Other than that, all you see are roads. There are no signs. You are currently, I guess I should put a dot on here so you can keep track of where you are.
Any of you know the
right
statue?
there.
Is there anyone around that looks like they know what they're doing?
Yes.
Like the guards or whatever it might be. Okay.
There's
I want to
yeah,
go.
there's guards, there's farmers, there's people pushing wagons, there's people all over the place.
Okay.
That should be
I'd like to go up to a guard and say, "Hello, good sir. We are looking to speak to the abbot, and we're wondering if you could point us in the right direction."
He says, yep, sure. You're just gonna head northeast. And he points down the road toward G6.
Okay.
So that's
Oh, thank you.
that's where the town is, the abbey, the brewery, the inn, everything's down that way.
Market's down there too.
I mean, if you're looking to buy seed, you can do it here at Earth Mother's Bounty.
What about
I don't-
magical items?
Oh no, we sell crops here. Yeah, this is a big farm. So we sell some livestock, seeds, food,
I need magical
and
seed.
and beer.
A beer.
Ooh, you had me a
Okay, so
beer.
looks like we're not shopping. Then.
And do you have any blacksmithing or like stuff like that?
We got blacksmiths, but they mostly make like chains and horseshoes,
Gotcha.
tools, things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just imagine like what would a real big farm, lots of acreage, what would that place need and have? That's what we need and have.
That's just it. All right. All right.
And that's it. I mean, not much beyond that, other than the beer. The beer is an exception. That's something that's a little surprising, I think. But I'll tell you, Golden Gulp is delicious. Make sure you have some before you leave. It's great.
That sounds. We can get some down in town
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes.
at the brewery. Yeah, you said. Okay, great.
Well, the brewery is a little further than that, but you can definitely get it at the town. You can go to North Furrow's End. There's a tavern in there that's the inn, but there's a tavern in there, and you can absolutely get some Golden Gulp if you go there. Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Any rumors of any like dangerous? I don't know how to describe this. Any?
I mean, Womford exploded.
Yeah, but I mean Goldenfields. Have you guys been worried about anything? Got stuff happening here?
Not really. I mean, we're always worried about the Zentarum, but other than
Okay.
that, not too much. I mean, we're pretty well guarded here. I mean, if you want to go to a place that's more well guarded than this, you'd have to go probably Waterdeep.
Joe, do I know why Emerald Enclave would have beef against the Zentarum?
I mean, the factions for various reasons at various times all have beef against each other, but
Okay,
I mean, why don't you make an intelligence check?
sure. Oh, that's not good. 10.
You don't have a clue.
I actually was going to ask the guy, what would the Zentar want with this place? It's just a farm, right? It's a giant
Yeah,
farm.
well, I mean, we produce so much and so many things that are difficult to get in this area of the world. We actually make an awful lot of money off of.
I bet.
I mean, we make oranges here. Have you ever had an orange? They're delicious.
No.
No.
Yeah, they're
What color?
delicious. Normally you got to go all the way down south to get one of those. We make them here, sir. Here.
What is this orange you speak of?
And you know what? In the
Some sort
winter,
of
in
meat?
the winter when everything else is cold, nobody can grow anything. Not in here. We can grow whatever we want in here.
What kind of magic are you using?
The best kind? I don't know. I don't know anything about magic.
So it doesn't snow here?
Not inside the wall.
Huh.
Sometimes if you're on the wall, like it's really weird. You like take a step, then it's like real cold, but then you step back and it's warm again. Kind of annoying. I always have to like wear a light jacket.
You got to dress in layers.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice though, cause like if you want like hot chocolate, you just kind of step into the cold area, and then like that feels pretty good. And then you can just like have a lemonade after that. Not that I do that. That'd be weird, but
The goddess statue you have over there, is that
Uh-huh.
like a goddess of harvesting or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's I absolutely know how to pronounce that. It's Shantae.
Shantae, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's a goddess of agriculture. For humans
That's what I was
anyway.
thinking.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the information. Very helpful.
Oh, no problem.
Look over there. I think it's Zentarum.
I mean, he like
Don't worry
looks.
about him.
Yeah, I just walk away.
He's our jester. I
You
don't get all of his jokes.
probably get one that's funny.
Ooh.
Heyo.
Hear that, Erkin?
No.
I guess one head up to G's Wednesday.
I give him a silver for his funny comment.
Oh well, thank you.
Not for the information, just for
And the information. I just hand it to him and say thank you. Yeah, mostly for the comment.
This is just for the joke, nothing else.
No, I don't say that.
Okay.
I-
Okay, we'll
I
head
don't
to
have that.
town.
All right. So you start heading down the road. On your way, you're gonna pass by 2 large fields of roaming oxen and cattle, with cordoned off pens for sheep, chickens, turkeys, and pigs. That's what G5 is. So you're going past a lot of the livestock area. Um,
Okay.
And then, so as you begin to approach that area over here on your left, you start to see rows upon rows of houses. They are arranged in concentric half rings, and they seem to be centered around where that label for G6 is. Um, the long houses that you're seeing here, each one is large enough to house 100 people.
Wow.
Each longhouse is a work of art. Its beams sculpted with images of a particular animal, thereby differentiating it from its neighbors. But you're seeing lots and lots of humans. But there are some of various races and ethnicities. Most of the non-humans appear to either specifically be worshippers of the god, or they're just druids.
Interesting.
There are also wagons and wheelbarrows parked just about everywhere, free for anyone to use. You don't see any pull animals for the wagons, they're just laying around. As you pass by the trees to your south, you see that you see, well, it's one funny thing, but it's kind of two different things. First of all, you see 3 treants playing with children. Treants are walking trees. And you see another tree that is planted in the ground and can't move, but it straight up has a face, and it's telling a story to a bunch of children that are sitting on the ground cross-legged around it.
Hmm.
And it's telling them a story, and they appear to be loving it. And while he's telling the story, some of the kids are like climbing from him.
Can we understand the story?
Yeah, he's speaking in common.
Okay.
It seems to be some funny tale about a hero fighting a monster of some sort. But the kids keep laughing.
All right.
Is it about Max fighting a dragon?
No.
So his head got cut off by some noble.
All right. When you reach the square, you see that there are various people milling about in different areas, having picnics and praying and the like. And when you get to that point, you can see that G7 to your south is very obviously the Abbey. Okay. You see to the north the other G5, that's more livestock pens. And you can see that the G8 over here is the inn they were talking about. So you've got the inn and the Abbey and all the houses and the 2 livestock pens. The G13 areas on either side of you are wheat fields. G12 is vegetable gardens.
The whole thing is vegetable gardens over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's ask somebody where this dude's at.
Go ahead.
I want to approach the nicest looking man I can see and ask.
Okay, so you approach a guy who's playing a harmonica.
I start listening to music at first, like, all right, nod my head a little bit, and then,
He's playing the solo from Piano Man.
well, I gotta let him finish. Then.
All right, he's
I
done.
don't want to interrupt him. Okay.
He finishes.
All right. And I want to ask where the what was
Hold
he
on,
called
he's
again?
drinking some water.
That
Abbott?
Abbott is.
He's done. He says,
Say, look, it's beautiful music you are playing there. We were
ah,
looking for the
thank
Abbott.
you.
We were looking for the Abbott. We were hoping maybe you could direct us in his direction.
The Abbott, he spits. He's down to the south at the Harvest Home the Harvest Home Abbey.
South at the Abbey.
Yeah,
You said?
sorry. When I get to playing my harmonica, my mouth fills up with an awful lot of spit. And he spits again. Anyway,
Nasty
yeah,
motherfucker.
Nasty
down,
motherfucker.
right down over there.
All right. Well, thank you. Again, your music's wonderful. I toss him 2 gold coins.
Holy shit! Thank you. I'm gonna go get that new tooth.
Hey guys, Abby.
Okay, let's head to the
I
Abbey.
turned around
Let's
to tell
go.
you guys you're all like just listening anyway. Oh.
Okay, so you guys begin heading south down the road toward the Abbey, and let's see. All right. This is a very large and elaborate building. It is a centuries-old building whose outer wall has statues to Shantae at every corner. Her hands raised to the sky as though casting a spell to summon rain. Well-tended hedges surround the foundation, and a sun-shaped window of stained glass is set above the entrance and the steps leading up to it. Narrow windows of stained glass decorate with images of wheat, fruit, and vegetables, and they light the pillared arcades within. Toward the back of the building, mounted between sturdy roof beams, is a large bronze bell that is apparently rung for prayers and mass. Perched on top of actually, everybody make a perception check.
13.
8.
16.
Also 16.
Okay. Those of you who rolled higher than a 15 notice that perched on top of the building are 4 flying monkeys. Monkeys with wings. Looking
I
around.
believe we're not in Kansas anymore.
Looking around the area, you see various people in robes. They look like acolytes of a sort. And everybody in this area is either praying or seem to be walking place to place quietly.
Okay. What do you guys think is up with those monkeys?
I don't know.
Have I ever seen a monkey like that before?
No.
Anybody ever seen a monkey like that?
None of you have.
No, I haven't.
How odd.
No.
Kind of want one.
Do they look fairly cute or ferocious?
They look like chimpanzees with wings.
Huh.
Aw.
Can they speak?
I don't know.
Do they want to join the Centaurum?
All right, well, let's find this.
Let's
dude.
just go see if we can find the
We're
abbot.
gonna ask the abbot what the deal is with those flying
Yeah.
monkeys.
Yeah, we can ask him about the mic.
Maybe
How do you
he's
look
the
for them?
Wizard of
Tell me
Oz.
what you're doing.
Yell, hey, Abbott.
Is there a guards by the door or something?
It's open. There's no
Uh,
guards.
No signs.
To the Abbey you're talking about? There's no guards.
There's no signs. I would assume there's something someplace that say that this is the Harvest Home Abbey, but other than that, there's no like this way to Abbott.
I guess the door's open. Why don't we go in? Maybe there's a
Yeah.
desk or something with
First
somebody.
person we see,
else
we'll
where to go?
talk to.
I walk in and I say, hello.
Yeah. So when you say hello, a woman in a robe, will walk up to you. She, yes, can I help you?
Ah, yes, we're looking for the abbot.
Father Darovic?
Yes.
He's back in his office. What can I help you with?
We were wondering if we could speak to him. Got some information that we'd like to share with him and maybe pick his brain as well.
All right. Why don't you tell me what the information is first, and I will decide if I should bring you to him.
No, we want to talk to him.
Okay, make a persuasion check, I guess.
Jesus.
Lady's pissing me off. Tell me. How do we know? Okay, persuasion. Oh, come on. Oh, I just lost my die. Hang on. Even though it's just this. Where the fuck did it go? Oh. +4, 17.
Okay. She says, he's a very busy man, and if I let everybody who came in here looking to speak with him just walk back, he would spend all day talking to people about their problems.
Hmm.
Well, we were investigating the disaster at Wamford, and I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes.
We just wanted to warn him of the details on it and tell him that he should make his guards wary of certain details,
All right.
something like that.
Sounds very important. Who sent you?
Don't say Zentarum. Don't say Zentarum.
Well, I'm a part of the Emerald Enclave, and so is my friend Maxon here. We did hear some rumors of some stolen herbs that we actually have found.
Here they are.
So partly sent by them,
Okay, yeah.
but also
I'm sure the abbot will love to hear all of this. You've already convinced me, but I just asked you who sent you.
I don't. No one.
Zentarum.
I guess no
Yeah,
one
I
sent
don't,
us.
I don't know if anybody sent us. I think we came of our own accord here after
We're piecing together.
certain warnings.
Puzzle.
That, yeah.
Okay.
This is a
All right. Okay.
Zentarum.
Okay. Um. All right. All right. Follow me.
and then maybe we can go get a beer, eh?
Yes, you can certainly go get a beer. All right.
With
Come on.
you.
All right. So
Okay.
you walk
Hey,
you walk
Abbott.
you walk through some hallways, and she leads you back toward a study of sorts, and she knocks on the door pretty loudly, and from inside, um, you hear a voice call out, "Oh, come on, not now, Lang, leave me alone." And she says, Father, there's some people here with some information I think you're going to want to hear. Oh, all right, come on in. And she opens the door and motions for you to go in front of her. And as you enter the room, you see kind of a older man with the classic monk bowl cut uh, uh, hairdo, where he's bald on top, but he's got like a ring of hair going around it that's been trimmed funny, and he's at his desk, and he appears to be halfway through building a model ship inside a bottle, um, and so he kind of carefully sets everything down and moves it onto a little stand behind him on the desk, and he kind of comes around to the desk and bows a little bit, and he says, uh, I'm Abbot Ellardin Darovic. I run this place on behalf of the Emerald Enclave, and who might all of you be?
Uh,
I tell him my name.
I'm Theron. This is Grimgar, Dundus, Maxon, Erkin. Everybody?
Springwood and Maxon.
Maxon, Erkin. Yeah, that's
You
everybody.
got everybody.
Oh, well, it's awful nice to meet some other members of the Emerald Enclave. Make sure while you're here you get some of our golden gulp, and if you see somebody at one of the granaries, you can let them know that I told you can go ahead and stock up on your rations while you're here. We don't like to leave anybody hungry when they leave this place. It would sully our name a bit and our reputation. So what information do you have for me?
Well, I'm sure you've heard of the disaster at
Cut out.
You cut out, Travis.
I cut out the
What's
disaster at Wamford.
what's the Zip Zap Winery?
No, the explosion at Wamford. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Oh yeah, I heard it was a big explosion.
Yes, most of the city was destroyed.
There must have been shrapnel everywhere.
It wasn't an explosion.
Well, it wasn't really an explosion. It was more of a disintegration kind of thing.
Oh
And-
God, I don't know if that's worse or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right.
Either way,
So what happened?
well, I guess part of a cult group brought some sort of box in. They're wearing green robes, and then that's really all the details we have on how it was destroyed.
I
But-
told you that the Zentarum were the ones who were behind that.
No, this is actually a cult group that's trying to destroy the world.
Right. Yes, the
Air
Zentarum.
elementals. No,
These are
they're
elementals.
This one's called Howling Hatred.
howling hatred. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But there are actually 3 other cultist groups. Crushing Wave is one. What's the other 2? The fire one is something.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Eternal flame or flame something.
That sounds.
Eternal Flame, yeah.
Yep, Eternal
Yeah, that's
Flame.
right.
And
And Earth,
Earth.
one.
Earth people.
Black Earth.
okay, yeah. Those are the 4 cultist groups. They're all kind of working towards the same goal, destroying the world. So if you see any other, your guards happen to notice any other cultists wearing robes,
So
carrying any strange artifacts.
how are we supposed to know that these people that are entering are part of one of these cults?
I think hard to tell
You-
for sure,
You
but
think they're going to announce themselves before they try to get in?
For me.
No,
No.
but at least you can have them a little more of a heads up.
some of them might. They are pretty crazy, but
They're pretty crazy. Look out for these symbols. I show them a couple of the symbols we have for them. The water one and.
It's gonna be the Earth people, the Black Earth, and it's gonna be an earthquake.
Well, I don't know if you
I
know
don't
all 4
know.
symbols, so you're going to have to tell me what they look like so that
Okay,
these
I
people
think
are-
I only know. I only can think of the air or the water one.
we know the air one because we just saw it.
And
Hold
the
on.
air one. The water one wasn't that the X with the line underneath it?
And I'm only, I mean, I wouldn't normally make you do this, but the only way that they're effectively warned is if you actually tell them what they look like. Because I
What, the
don't know.
people?
Yeah, well, because I don't know if you know what all 4 of them look like.
The fire one is like a D with the round part down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then
got it.
2
That's
legs
enough.
to
That's
round.
enough. Yeah.
Um,
Because in reality, you're drawing it for them. So
The water is the X with the line underneath.
okay.
yeah, and then the air is an upside down triangle
Triangle.
with the 3 things on top.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we know the fire one, do we?
I don't remember. I
Let's
don't
give
know
it a
if I
go.
fire
There's a
anywhere.
circle. Huh?
Wait.
Just guessing.
What was the first one you gave me?
The D,
Yeah.
the D on the side or whatever. Earth.
Okay.
Which order we give them in now?
Those are the only ones I remember.
Oh, the X. Yeah, the X symbol. That was a River Guard one.
Yeah, I told him that.
River God.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the fire one anyway.
And if anything, just anyone wearing specific colored robes, question them a bit more than a regular farmer.
Well, I
Pretty,
understand that, but you need to understand that we typically do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's gonna be
these are
hard
just some
for you.
signs to look for.
Are there any tunnels or underground places around here?
None of your business.
You might want to look out There.
Yeah, they use earth elementals, so they might be able to access your city from on the ground.
If they're using earth elementals, then they don't need tunnels.
Well, I mean, the people would, wouldn't they?
No, because the earth elementals could dig a tunnel out for them.
Isn't that still a tunnel?
It's a fresh tunnel.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean is, you asked me if we had any.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Keep a
I mean,
lookout inside.
what
the tunnel.
I'm telling you is, if that's what we have to look out for, I don't know if we can stop it.
No, you're gonna die.
Okay. Well, I guess
we're-
sorry
yeah.
we warned you.
We're doing our best to stop them, but we thought we'd give a warning in case it might be helpful in any sense.
Do you know anything about the magical seeds that I'm trying to recover for you?
You mean the seeds from Silvery Moon?
Yes. The moon elf's gone. She had the seeds.
Yes, we heard that something had happened to the Mirabar delegation, and that as of yet, Teresiel has not been recovered.
She's with the Earth Cult.
So is anybody doing anything about this?
We are.
Oh, all right. Are you good? Or like, can you do that?
Am I good? Am I good, everyone?
He's all right.
I mean, you're
like a 6.
you're telling me that there's a cult out there that caused this tremendous explosion and eliminated a town from the map, and that the 5 of you were going to stop them.
Because you have an army you could supply us with, we'd be happy to take it.
No, it's not. It's not what I'm saying.
How about a magical boat?
No. I mean, we're a farm.
A goat or something?
A goat?
Magical goat.
I mean, would a goat help?
If it could travel fast.
No, not really.
Horses? Do you have horses?
Somebody's breathing kind of hard. I don't know who it is, but I'm hearing it a lot. Anyway,
Travis.
So what is your official position again? Or your title?
Abbott.
Go on.
I run this place. The whole place.
The whole place you run.
The whole place. I'm the boss.
Okay.
Do you know what these plants are? I show them what we recovered.
Yeah, that's waterline and cudweed.
Is it anything special?
Yeah, I mean they're herbs that are used in water magic, and can be used in teleportation spells.
Makes sense.
You know, we
Where
just
do you
had some of that stolen from here. Where'd you get that?
From a battle we were in. They were using magic.
Tell him we took out the
was
water
name
cult.
Ring of that?
We did take him out, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much. But they were using it to teleport. I found these at the bottom of a pool. So they were stolen from here, you think?
Yeah, definitely.
How long ago was that?
At this point, a little less than 2 weeks ago.
Was when they went missing, were there any witnesses?
Oh, I mean, we know who did it.
Oh, where are they?
They left with the herbs.
Who was it?
Yeah, who was it?
It was a couple of farmers we had working in the herb fields.
Anything more specific? Like a name, possible location, acquaintances.
Descriptions, maybe.
Well, you found the herbs. So as far as location, you'd know better than me. But
Were they fish people?
no, they were humans.
Yeah, we got them from some fish people.
I mean, we don't. I mean, their names were John and Frank.
That's pretty much all you know, though, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they said that their last name was Farmer, but I mean, and don't get me wrong, that sounds suspicious, but a lot of people who work here, their last name's actually Farmer, so you know, didn't think much of it.
Right.
All right. Well,
Just because a lot of people who work here came from a long line of farmers, and so their last name is Farmer.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
All right.
super good.
I mean, it wasn't the kind of thing we'd ever thought that the mystery would be solved. You know, just yeah, these guys are working here and they stole that shit, and you know it sucks, but we got a lot, so and they didn't take that much.
Okay.
Is there anything you can do for us to help us save you?
We can give you some beer.
That's a start.
And rations.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get those.
Yeah,
And get out of here.
I'm sorry. I mean, we're pretty well equipped to guard this place, but what you got to understand is most of the guards here are sent by other people. Like, we don't pay any of them.
Oh, so you're screwed.
Why?
Just people are just gonna come in and destroy your town.
What?
Earthquake.
I mean,
Big earthquake.
I mean, they could easily have already infiltrated you.
Oh yeah. People try all the time.
There could be
Well-
an entire in this room.
But
Could be. There
Tip-
really could
ty-
be.
typically, the
Couple.
worst that happens is they steal a little bit. But you know,
Yeah, this could
what
be
do-
much worse.
what do we care? We typically give more away than the people who steal things steal anyway. So
All right, well,
Gotcha.
maybe they won't attack. Maybe they will, but
Hopefully not.
so what are you
Hopefully not.
what are you saying
Is
you
it-
want me to do? Because you seem to be a little hostile now.
well, you're getting mad at us for warning you.
I'm not mad.
Every
Theron,
time we
did
warn
you
you.
come here just to drop off those plants? You've done this. Wasn't there another
to-
reason? That
And
was
to
it.
look for clues on if they were gonna get attacked. That was the original plan. But
I think we're good.
is there an Emerald Enclave leader here somewhere?
He raises his hand.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Never mind. I don't like this guy.
Who runs the Emerald Enclave? Who's the big leader?
Uh,
Where are you based out of?
hold on. The leader in the Desert Valley is Turlang.
Turd.
What are his weaknesses?
That's an odd question.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go have a beer, so I leave at this
Yeah, I'm gonna
point.
get my rations.
I go with them.
That's
And I
back-
get rations and brewskis.
A friend.
Okay, I don't really know why you guys didn't like him. He's a really nice guy.
Hey,
I
I
didn't
bet.
dislike them.
I like
I
them.
I don't really understand how that
There's
conversation went.
odd questions being asked. Odd
still feel like-
statements made.
I think we're good. We gave him the info we wanted. And
Yeah,
He's just like, well, thanks, but it is what it is, right?
yeah,
now.
he had a reasonable thing to state. They can't protect themselves from that.
Yeah, just they're screwed.
We
I
gave
guess.
we gave them the warning such as we could. That's all we needed to do.
Of goats.
We're talking about this as we drink beers.
Well, no, there's other stuff that would have to happen for the beers. Okay, so you go
Oh,
to
damn.
Alright.
you go to the inn.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So you approach North Furrow's End. This is a 3-story stone building with arched windows that offer a view of the surrounding gardens. Thin plumes of smoke issue from its many chimneys. There are life-size statues of rearing horses, which flank the double doors leading to the common room. Above the doors hangs a wooden sign that proclaims the name of the grand establishment, North Furrow's End, in fancy lettering. West of the main building is a stable house that looks like it could hold up to 50 horses. That's the description.
Oh, let's head on in.
Okay. You enter. There's a lot of people in here. There is a man, a human man. Oh, this is interesting. He is maybe in his 50s. He's definitely a human, but his body is shaped like a barrel, and he's got white hair that covers his entire head, chest, back, and arms.
Is he wearing clothes?
Thick white hair. He's wearing pants.
No shirt.
Other
No.
than that, like he's just covered in this white hair. Looking around the room, most people in the room are in groups. But there are 3 different people who are sitting by themselves, if you care about that.
Sure.
Okay. One is a halfling monk with a crooked nose. He looks to be drunk, and he's still drinking. Another man is a young, wiry man with thin, greasy black hair. He is eating a big chunk of cheese with some cheap wine and a few crackers. And the third man is a graying human man. He looks to be pretty well built, wearing armor, and he has symbols of the Lord's Alliance on his clothes.
Mm.
I would prefer the rat man.
All right. I say, well, shall we grab some beers and then maybe see what information we can gather here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I want to buy beers for everyone.
Okay. You go up to
Alright.
the bar, and the guy says, "Well, hello there. I'm the Yeti. What can I do for you?"
Hello, Mr. Yeti. Can I get what do we got now? 5 beers, please. I've heard you have some delicious beer here. I'd like to try that.
Haha, yes, Golden Gulp.
Yeah.
First one's always free. Yeah, there's 5 for you.
Thank you. I pass them around to everyone.
The old abbot told us to come check it out.
Ah, you talked to the abbot then.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you have to say?
Oh, he was just catching up with us. Told us we can get some food and some beers.
Oh, he said you could have some food.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
rations. He was trying to
Oh,
hook
we'll
us up.
wrestle something up for you. And he goes to the back to have the cook make you some food.
Yeah. Wow.
Everybody's so nice here.
Yes, they are. You guys trying to talk to anybody specific in here?
I'd like to talk to that Lord fellow over there sitting by himself with a Lord's Alliance symbol on his clothing. Anyone want to come with me?
No.
Sure.
I'm gonna go talk to that really drunk guy.
Okay.
I want the rat guy.
Maxon?
I was gonna go talk to the drunk guy too.
Okay, drunk guy. The other thing is, too, the flagons that you're drinking are large varnished clay mugs with sheaves of golden wheat painted onto their side. These are they're so beautiful that they're considered minor works of art.
Yeah.
Well, how is this Golden Gulp, by the way?
Yeah.
Delicious.
If it's not the best beer you've ever drank, it's up there.
Oh, damn, all
It's
right.
really good. I mean, they like magically grow the ingredients. So this stuff's like,
Wow.
yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
This
So
is
it's organic.
delicious. Organic.
I don't know. Would you consider crops that are grown with magic organic? I don't know.
No.
It's a great
They're
question.
it's more like orgasmic.
I mean, certainly they keep all the
Yeah.
bugs away, right? Because they just use magic for it.
Mm.
No MGO, I say.
As long as
All
it's
right.
organic magic.
Who wants to go first?
I will, Dundas.
Okay. So Dundas and Maxon approach the drunk halfling.
I said, hey, how's it going?
It's all fucked up. Everything's fucked up.
Hmm. How long have you been here?
Who knows? Time is a construct.
Alright, I go over with Theron.
Jesus.
So
I gotta,
Dun-
I gotta hear. I gotta hear more what this guy says.
Dundas
though.
leaves, Maxon stays.
I just had to see how drunk
He,
you was.
he holds out his hand. Name's Ethan. How you
Maxon.
do? Maxon.
I wish I was as drunk as you.
You could be. Just gotta drink enough to get there.
So why is everything fucked?
I've seen things, man.
You see things?
I've seen things.
I've been to Nam too.
I don't know what that means. You ever been to
I meant Wanford.
Comfort? Yeah. You ever been to Waterdeep?
I believe I am from Water.
You're from
Or my
Neverwinter.
parents are. My
You're not even
parents
from
are
Neverwinter. You're from that other place.
Tree.
Thunder
place.
Tree.
Undertree, but you lived most of your life in Neverwinter.
And didn't you tell me once my parents live in Waterdeep, or am I mixing that up?
I don't know if they ever did. They live in Neverwinter right now.
Okay. No, then I've never been to Water.
Neverwinter was the huge city to the west of Thundertree.
That's the one I was mixing up. Yep.
Waterdeep,
No,
Waterdeep is where
is,
Theron and Romulus are from.
a couple of my companions are from there, but not I.
Ugh. Well, don't go there. Place sucks.
Sucks. I heard that
Sucks. Nothing
it
but
was a very
nothing
grand place.
Nothing but crime there. Everybody's crime. It's all crime.
Like thievery or
Thievery of everything. Steal your life if you don't keep an eye on it.
This is why I wanted to go talk to the drunk guy.
well, if I'm ever in Waterdeep, I'll keep a watchful eye
You should.
for the warning.
You should do that. You should do
But
it.
what you haven't answered my question about the kind of things you've seen.
Killings.
Some what?
Killings.
Kilts?
Kilts?
Killings.
Killings.
I'm afraid you lost me.
People dying.
Ah.
Oh man.
In Waterdeep, huh? And there's no authority to stop that?
The people who are stopping it are doing it.
Well, so you're saying they're corrupt leadership?
Everybody's corrupt. Even the people who are corrupt, they're corrupt too.
Oh, God. Interesting.
There's layers. That's what I mean. There's layers.
And
Lots of layers.
these are innocent people that are being killed?
Oh, nobody's innocent.
I see.
See, everybody there is corrupt. It's just a matter of how many layers deep of the corruption you're at.
Layers of corruption, got it.
Layers.
Well, I will take in everything you told me, and I'm gonna go and try and get as drunk as you now.
So it's good. Hey, buddy. Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
I'm here. I'm here.
Listen, I'm tired of this place too. All right, I'm tired of this place. I need to know: is there a place? Is there a place out there I can go to? A nice place that ain't corrupt yet.
I mean, this place is one of the more.
No, I'm just tired of this place.
Well, we come from a settlement named Phandalin, where our leader Romulus has
Romulus?
created a utopia for our people.
Romulus Scorson? Romulus Scorson?
Romulus, forgot his last name.
Last name.
Scorsland.
Scorsese.
Cors.
Corland. What is this?
Orland.
He
I
holds
have
he
a
holds
hard
onto his
time
tongue. He holds onto his tongue with his hand, and he says, "Corlin."
Call him.
Oh,
I don't have my phone on me.
Corlin.
Okay. I still didn't get that, but
What's his last name? What's his last name? Tell me his last name, please. I need to know
Co-
his last name.
what was it again?
Corland.
Coralin. Coralin. You want me to hold my tongue while I say it?
God, God damn it! God damn it! I was gonna go sleep soft for a few days. Then,
That's a good idea.
then I'm gonna have somebody tell me where Fandley is. Then I'm gonna go see my butter Ramos.
You're who?
Well,
Oh,
we-
sorry, I'm not there anymore.
That's what I'm gonna do. He pushes his chair back and the chair tips over and he falls onto his back and just lays there unconscious.
well, I didn't get a chance to tell him that the beer is not as good there as it is here, but
He has a full beer. He has a full mug of beer sitting on the table in front of him. He hadn't touched.
Hmm.
And yours
I,
is empty.
I go back over
Take-
there to make sure
take-
that Maxon's okay after the guy falls. You good, man?
I'm good. I don't know what to say about this guy though.
You get anything from him?
He said that Waterdeep is probably one of the most corrupt places, and even
Huh.
the ship is corrupt.
He's also really drunk though.
But we can only take that with a grain of salt, considering his condition.
I tap him on the cheek. Hey, buddy, you all right?
Told him if he's looking for a nice place, that Phandalin is a growing establishment.
Oh, what do you say about that?
I told him that our leader was Romulus, and he started holding on to his tongue for some reason, and then he
Interesting.
fell. So he probably won't even remember our conversation. So we should move on.
All right.
Hmm.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Grimgar has walked over to the guy, and Theron's with him. The guy in armor, that has the symbol of the Lord's Alliance on it. And as you approach, he looks up and his eyes go wide. And he says, Grimgar! It's been so long! He stands up, and it's Sildar Hallwinter.
Sildar
Yeah,
from the original story.
yeah. The very first guy you
Oh.
met.
Yeah, that's right. I say Sildar. Oh my gosh, it has been. How are you? And I give him a hug.
He hugs you back. And he says, What are you doing here?
I say, we're in town delivering some news. You remember Theron, of course.
Yes, Theron.
Sildar.
How are you?
I'm just great.
Oh, it's good to hear. Where's Romulus and Finton?
Romulus had to go back to Phandalin to manage some
Oh, he's doing
affairs
such
there.
a good job too. I bet you doing it when he's actually there, he'll do it even better than he was doing when he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it takes up a lot of time to run a town, so he really had to get back there to manage
Did,
things.
did he
so.
take Finton with him?
Well, bad
He's got a
news
good
about.
head on his shoulders.
Yeah,
Finton?
he did.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Finton was cursed, and Romulus actually ended up having to kill him.
Oh God.
It's terrible. Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear about
Let's
that. Sorry.
drink to his memory. Yes. No, it was a
Ah,
sad,
yeah.
a
I really
sad
liked
affair.
him.
Very tragic.
Yeah, I did too.
Man, his aunt must be. Oof. Ooh. Yeah. God. All right.
All right.
Eh. Okay. Bringing news on some stuff then, huh?
You got this new guy, Birkin.
Yeah.
He's a little better.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't know what that means.
Sometimes he's a little weird, but
Okay. All right. Is it the guy that keeps yelling, "Hey, Abbott"?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
All
him.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
he's okay.
Yeah. So I'm here. I'm here on behalf of Neverwinter, of course. We have a contract with Goldenfields that we have to reestablish every few years to make sure we can keep Neverwinter nice and supplied. Um, we have a really good relationship because of our the similarities between the two places when it comes to winter.
What's that? What's the similarities?
Well, like neither of us really have winter.
Oh. I guess
You know why that
I don't know
is?
if I knew that.
Um,
Well, we were
well,
just finding that out about Goldenfields. We're not
yeah.
familiar with Goldenfields, so.
Right. Well, you already know. He doesn't have to explain Neverwinter to you.
It's
They
never
don't get
winter
they
there.
don't get winter there, and it's because of the basically because of the volcano. It superheats the water that passes through the mountain, and that feeds right through the middle of Neverwinter, and so it's always warm there. It's literally why it's called Neverwinter.
Uh,
Makes sense.
yeah. Why doesn't Goldenfields have winter? It's my first
Oh,
time visiting the town.
some kind of magic. It's one of those hush hush. They keep it a secret because if word got out, fucking Zentarum.
Yeah, I can't blame them for wanting to keep the secret.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, we were just coming from Wamford. If you've heard about the tragedy there.
Yeah, I heard it was a real big explosion.
Yeah, it seemingly wasn't an explosion. It was more of a disintegration of the
Oh
town.
God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff. So
I
we
guess it's a more humane way to go, right? I mean, do you want to get blown up or vaporized?
hard to say.
I know how I'm gonna die.
How are you gonna die?
I'm gonna get ambushed by goblins. You know what happened twice more after you guys left?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, you'd think eventually they'd kill me. I mean, so yeah, I'm assuming eventually that's what's gonna happen. But this last time though, I killed 6 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
job.
Yeah, there was 14 though, so.
So you saved yourself, or did somebody come help you out?
Oh, somebody came and saved me. It's a good
Okay.
starter quest for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of
Just
early
saving them.
adventures. I mean, because you only need like 3 people, and you can kill all the goblins.
Yeah, you just gotta avoid any water traps or stuff like that. It could
But
really hurt
like
you.
1 versus 14, it's a little rough.
Yeah. Well, you gotta learn to stay away from those.
Well, what
goblins,
am I
Sildar,
supposed to
come
do?
on.
Somebody was supposed to clear them out, and they didn't. Remember that?
No, I don't.
I
It,
remember that.
it was you guys.
I mean, we did kill the Goblin
Uh.
King, didn't we?
Well, we got rid of most of them, as I recall.
Yeah, most of them, but they kind of
I
they
think it
tend
was
to they tend to
Romulus's
come
fault.
back.
Romulus didn't want to kill the rest of them for some
There's a
reason.
lot of them there again, but they're Phandalins doing their best.
Yeah, you should mention it to him when next time you're passing through the area. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
well,
back
you
in
know, I
town
wasn't
now.
gonna I wasn't gonna go back that way, considering how far south we are. But you know, maybe I'll cut on through. I'll take a little side trek over
Yeah,
there
cut on
and
through.
see how things are looking.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
See how things are with that mine. Maybe they got something cool going on there now or something.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, it's nice seeing you.
Yeah, and do you have any other interesting news in the area? Without getting all the details, there's a bunch of cults in the Desert Valley here that we're trying to stop from destroying
Oh no,
towns and
I
such
know I
forth.
don't
But
I don't know anything about any of that. We got our own problems in Neverwinter.
yeah, I know. All right, well, I does the barkeep come over, or does he just stay at the bar?
There's servers running around.
The server. I want a motion server. Say, well, let me buy you one of these delicious golden gulps. Best beer I've ever had.
Okay, yeah, it's
And I buy.
3 silver.
Okay, I'll buy a round for the three of us.
Okay. Well, they're free for Theron and Maxon.
Oh, well, I'll buy them for two of us then.
All right. He'll share a beer with you, but then he's got to go on his way. He was just having lunch before going to talk to whoever he's got to talk to about this contract.
Always like that guy.
Very, very good to see you. Sometime.
Yeah.
Keep in touch.
Meanwhile, uh, Erkin has gone over to talk to the wiry guy. Now, Nate, you kind of were there for one conversation and then left and then came back, so I'm not sure what
What's the drunk guy doing now?
he's sleeping.
Is he still in there?
Yeah, but
Is
this
he
is
near him?
for Erkin. This is going back to the beginning of these conversations. This is all happening at the same time,
Gotcha.
and so
Yeah.
you stepped away and then came back.
So now I just head over to the guys whenever that in the timeline would be after I noticed the dude was down.
Okay, so I'll
And
I'll I'll have Chris do like the beginning of his conversation, and you can wander over
Yeah,
while Maxon steals the unconscious guy's beer.
exactly.
All right. Yeah. So Erkin, you walk over. This guy is again young man, wiry, thin, greasy black hair. He's eating a big chunk of cheese with some cheap wine and a few crackers.
I want to get right up to him, real close, and sit next to him.
Uh-huh.
And I want to say,
Excuse me?
listen, Mouse Man. I have a good authority that, despite your rodent appearance, you are no rat. And then I want to put my hand on the table and show my Zentarum membership card, and hold my finger up to my
Thank you, sir.
saying, shh.
Why the fuck would you show me that?
Because I know it's Zentarum when I see it.
Okay.
What are you doing in Goldenfields?
Well, I work here?
Just like your lunch break or something?
Yeah, I'm eating some cheese.
Yeah. So you're just some guy eating cheese.
I mean, aren't we all just some guy eating cheese?
Yes. Yes.
So philosophical.
All right. Don't tell anyone about that whole Zentarum thing.
Sure. I mean, I don't personally care. I'm nobody.
You're nobody, eh? You're not Zentarum?
No.
Yeah.
It's not going the way you hoped, is it? Much-
Why
much
don't
less
you?
interesting.
Why don't you make a perception check?
15.
All right. You believe him, but he's really uncomfortable for some reason.
Okay.
Where did the rat thing come in? You say you look like a rat or something?
He's eating cheese.
He's a greasy man eating cheese. I don't know.
Maybe
You know
he's a
anything about
were rat.
You know anything about the magic here in Goldenfields?
No. Make another perception check. And from now on, you tell me when you're doing it instead of me telling you to do it.
15 plus 6, 21.
You don't believe him.
Don't believe it. Listen, man. Listen, rat man. I can bring a whole Zentarum down on you.
Okay, first of all, my name is Miles, not Ratman. It's very offensive.
Has anyone ever called you rat man before?
No.
Good.
Make a perception check. Stop making me tell you to do it.
I had to keep like asking him questions and rolling perception checks. 9.
Okay, you can't tell if he's telling the truth or not.
All right, rat man. So obviously you know something about the magic here in Goldenfields.
Why would I know anything about it?
Yeah.
I
Why-
work in the apple orchard.
The apple orchard, you say?
Yeah.
What's
What
so
do you
special
know?
about the
Why are
apple
you here?
I'm here to restore the bounty of this place.
Oh, I would say the bounty's pretty good here.
It could be better.
Well, of course you would say that. You're a Zentarum.
Hey, I said shush. Not so loud, rat man.
Hey, why don't you leave me alone before I start telling people, huh?
I want to unsheath my rapier a little bit.
What the fuck? He stands up.
What the? Oh, man.
Easy, rat man. Sit back down. We're just having a talk here.
Make an intimidation check.
So much for Erkin.
Yeah, this is
10.
This is what Kitten died.
All right. He actually does sit back down.
Why are you talking to me anyway? Just because I'm eating cheese?
He puts a big chunk in his mouth.
What's going on? What's going down in the apple orchards?
Well, we were supposed to get some new trees, but the seeds never came.
Magical seeds.
Yeah, magical seeds. Yeah, we were supposed to get a whole new magical grove. Never happened.
Right. I trust you. Well, I'm gonna get those seeds for you. For you, Ratman.
Well, thank you. What's your name?
My name? My name is Erkin.
That's when Dundas walks up.
Hey,
We were just having a talk
nice.
about apple
I'm
orchard.
Dundas. Oh, cool. Getting all the info you need?
Yes. Grady Smith.
Excellent. Do I believe him?
You believe him?
I'm just kidding. No. I don't
okay.
want to go. I'm just
Alright.
kidding.
And those should be insight anyway. I think I said perception or something. It should be insight. I don't know.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Who are you talking to him?
Talking to you, rat man.
What the fuck? What do you mean it's nice to... First of all, nice to meet me. You don't even know my name. Second of all, you immediately called me Ratman.
Oh, that's what he said your name was.
Why
When we
did you
first
say
started.
that?
He did
I
say that too
apologize.
before the conversation. He called. I want to talk to that rat man.
Yeah, he did.
I apologize.
Oh, I mean that's fine. I mean, if you want me to get me another beer or something, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't even know why he said that. You don't look like a rat. My name's
Well-
Dundas. What's your name?
Oh, Miles.
Miles. What brings you here, Miles?
Uh, to the inn. Eating lunch.
Do you live here?
Yeah,
What do you do?
I work in the apple orchard.
Hmm.
Hmm.
This guy's either
Do you
hiding
know what
something.
these are? And I show him the.
The what?
I show him the plants I took from.
Oh, looks like weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Well-
what are you guys doing here?
I'm just drinking these. I hold up 3 mugs.
Oh, you're trying to take over?
Take over.
Yeah,
Take over what?
Goldenfields. Isn't that what the Zentarb's trying to do?
Hey.
Ah, he's full of it.
Eh.
Don't listen to him.
This thing's
I don't even know
laminated.
what that is.
This thing's laminated.
Shit. Well, we gotta go.
Sounds good.
Here's
Not a word.
I get him a beer ordered over there. Or bring it to him. There you go, man.
He takes it and thanks you.
Not a word.
Whatever, man.
Eric is walking away like slicing his throat.
Yeah, actually make an
Uh,
intimidation check.
3.
Okay.
Shit. Oh. Well, yeah. I want to just hang out, have some more beers until the other guys are done with what they're doing.
Okay. So yeah, you're all caught up now, everybody.
Okay.
I turn to Theron and say, should we chat with the barkeep real quick before we get out of here? Yeti, I think he said his name was.
Sure.
Go grab everybody else.
Yeah,
Get another round.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Rounds all around.
So I wanna.
As you've kind of milled about a little bit, you've determined that the Yeti, his real name is Miros Zelbrin, Miros, and the last name is Xelbrin, Miros Zelbrin, and he is a retired carnival attraction.
Oh, jeez.
That's why he's called the Yeti.
Got it. I wanna. Did we get food yet?
Yeah, you ate during all that.
Okay. All right. Go back up. I wanna gather anyone that wants to come back up. I guess it depends on each person.
Sure.
And go back up to him. Say, hey, another, Mr. Yeti, sir, another round, if you would.
Okay.
And I continue. We're stopping in town here. Had a chat with the abbot. Anything interesting going on around these parts?
Oh boy, what voice was I doing for him? Interesting around here? Oh, I don't know. I would say so. We were supposed to get some a new grove. That never happened. And the whole thing with Wamford. But other than that, everything's been pretty much business as usual around here.
All right.
And any talk of cults in this area? There's been a lot of activity up in the Desert Valley.
Cults? Not to my knowledge, and I think if anybody knew about it around here, it'd be me. Considering, I run the inn.
Oh, that's usually a good way to get information.
You said you talked to the abbot already, so between me and him, probably
Yeah.
probably about it.
No suspicious activities that you've been aware of anyway.
None that I'm aware of. Nope.
All right. I don't really have any other questions. Except, how do you make this beer so tasty?
Hold on, let me read the brewery section. Let's see. Oh, we use the finest local barley and hops. Uh,
No sugar in this beer, is there?
no.
Good question.
Well, it's damn delicious.
That it is. You want to take a mini keg with you?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay.
Let's have two. I'm just
All right.
kidding.
Do you want to?
How heavy? How heavy is the mini cake? I'm carrying a lot in my pack.
Yeah.
I think there might actually be official keg. Hold on. No, just gunpowder keg. Which is a gunpowder keg? Yeah, it's probably a gunpowder keg is probably the same as a mini keg. 20 pounds.
I think that's gonna put me over. Unfortunately, I don't. I just don't have room for it. Boy, I would like to, but I'll have to pass.
All right,
I don't-
suit yourself.
Thanks, though.
No one's taking a keg.
Guess not.
Trying to see.
I bought 3 more beers there, so I'll take.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay.
We're done.
Yeah. So at this point, you've been in there, been at this place long enough. It's 6 p.m. now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
My feet feel funny.
Are we okay?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So as you guys exit the inn, all of a sudden the tips of Erkin's boots transform into mouths, and they each spit out 25 gold, and they return to normal.
We'll just scoop this up here. Get in there.
Those are some pretty sweet boots you have.
They pay for themselves.
Where'd you get them?
Did you buy those?
I got them from
Feathergale Spire.
Feathergale Spire. How did I get them at Feathergale Spire? Would I just find them?
They were in the closet in the room. Grimgar was being held captive.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were
Oh yeah, that's
in
right. What?
your room.
Found it in his room.
My room?
Well, remember when you were like tied up and beaten and stuff, and I don't know. what they
Yeah.
did to
Oh
you.
yeah, I remember that.
Probably raped you in that room.
I don't remember that.
You want to talk about it?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine if you don't want to talk about it. When you're ready.
Anyway, yeah. So the boots.
So they give me money. I don't know. You've seen them
It's true.
Hmm.
every day. Every
Interesting.
day.
Every day. Wow. I have some money.
No.
All right. Well, I think that was a semi-useful trip down here. Anyway, we given the warning as such as we could.
Yeah.
I want to relate what Darren and I talked with Sildar Hallwinter about.
Yeah.
And of course, Maxon would remember him, I think.
Who is it?
Sildar Hallwinter. He was the guy we rescued from the goblins at the very, very start of the D&D.
Yeah, the one that when we were. Was that when we were escorting the wagon
Yes.
Yeah.
at the very beginning?
Yep.
And we
Yeah.
ran.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
And he didn't have really much information. He was here on business, as he said. I assume everyone was listening. So,
Yep.
Anyone else hear anything good from the rat-looking guy or the?
The rat guy's hiding something in the apple grove. There's something magical going on down there.
Go check it out.
The seeds I'm supposed to recover are part of a magical grove that they were planning on having.
Think we're gonna need to kill this rat guy?
Maybe.
He
knows too
stole
much.
the seeds.
No, he's just some rat guy. But I don't trust him.
Okay. Anything we
Okay.
should do about it?
I have no idea. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what's going on.
And how about that really drunk guy that fell over?
Nothing that I know.
Oh, he's pretty drunk. He was going on about corruption in Waterdeep and how everything's fucked there. But he's really drunk, so
Yeah.
he should just be ranting.
Yeah, just kind of ranting on.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have anything else interesting to say.
He wanted to find a place that wasn't corrupt, but he was tired of this place, so I recommended Vandal.
Phandalin, that's the most corrupt place there is with that Romulus in charge.
Didn't he rig an election?
Oh yeah.
Outside interference or something?
Couldn't we help him, Riggit?
DM speaking here. It was not rigged.
I was joking when I
I
said
know he was joking. I don't think everybody knew that.
it.
Yeah, it was-
Rob said, "Oh yeah."
Well, I
Just to make this. No, I had no idea. So
Ooh, a
That's
little
true.
influence here.
What's wrong if it was rigged? Nothing illegal about that.
There's nothing illegal.
Well, wait till he meets Romulus when he gets there. See how corrupt that town is.
Yeah.
Thought we got rid of all the corruption.
Guess in a way, as long as Romulus is doing a good job.
He's doing a good job, I'm sure.
Other than that, passed out. So he probably won't even remember the conversation.
Okay.
All right. Well, should we get headed back towards Wamford and the barge right in?
Yeah. Go back to Snag Mother.
Maybe we could grab some horses like that big stable over there.
Oh yeah, and we're
Just
gonna
wanna
get
check out
some
the apple groves.
rations too. Are we gonna check out the groves?
I don't know.
It's 6 p.m. You can head out, but it's 6 p.m.
This place is weird.
Everyone's been very nice here.
Yeah, but
A
it's
little too nice.
too nice.
Why are they giving stuff away for free?
Oh, they have like
They
magic
have-
stuff.
Unlimited supply.
Yeah.
Seems weird.
What do you guys know about magic?
I know a little bit. Want me to use my brain?
Yeah.
I use my brain, and I will roll to use it.
I want to help them think about it. They know a little bit about magic too.
Okay. 14?
It's Arcana.
Yeah.
I mean, they could definitely do it with magic. 14's not enough to really know anything else other than, of course, it would be possible to do just about anything. But
Do I get advantage with Grimgar's help?
sure, if he wants to give it to you
He
Yes.
said he
instead
did.
instead of rolling himself.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Oh, that was worse.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
normal. I mean, the only other place you've ever heard of that's like this is Neverwinter. But I mean, if it can happen in one place, why couldn't it happen in another?
True that.
Fair point.
And also, I don't know if I expressed it, but you would have figured out or been told or realized or whatever that it's been this way for a long time at this point.
Yeah.
This is not a recent development. Like it's been that way for a long time.
Do
Well,
I
you
know,
want to
like,
go?
what's the deal with Emerald Enclave anyway? What are they trying to? They're just like farmers. What's their deal?
Oh, I mean, I'd have to let me look it up, I guess. Core beliefs. Natural order must be respected and preserved. Forces that seek to upset the natural balance must be destroyed. Wilderness can be harsh. Not everyone can survive it without assistance.
Human trafficking.
Okay. Checks out.
So, do we want to just stay the night here? We can stock up on our provisions, and
Yeah, we never got our. Let's go get our ration.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
Sure.
mean, are you leaving or what are you doing?
Yeah, are we leaving or not? I
I
guess.
think we should leave. I mean, time is of the essence.
Yeah. Grab rations.
Place is gonna blow up.
Sure.
Okay. So everybody put your total rations at 10.
Okay.
Which is nice because I think we missed some days in there, but it doesn't matter because now you're at 10 each.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you at the beginning what we were.
Yeah, I didn't worry about it because I knew this was going to happen.
It's at 10, so that works.
And if you want to just leave, I mean, we can skip over anything else and just have you leave.
We could stay the night and check out the apple orchard. That did seem kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Want to do that, guys?
Sure.
Then after that, we can just head back. Unless something
Get up
else
in the
comes
morning,
up.
check that out for a little bit.
Yeah, we're not going to get far tonight anyway.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll stay at the inn then.
So you're going to the orchard tonight, or are you waiting till the morning?
I think wait till the morning.
Is it how long is it light out from now?
What I've been saying that the sun is down 8 to 6. I think I've been saying.
I want to go spy on it until it's bedtime. I notice it weird.
All right. So that late in the day, nobody's really working anymore.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really happening at the orchard. Really, what you see is everybody just kind of packing up to leave for the day.
I say, is this really a concern of ours at this point? Unless it had something to do with the cult. Like, if we didn't have bigger items, I'd say it's something we could investigate. But I really just don't care. I think at this point in time.
That's true. I agree with that. I don't really give a shit either.
I guess we just.
Wasn't it your
still-
idea to
still
stay?
No, it wasn't my idea.
And then.
But it's late enough. I don't care.
Roll
Something you
out
did.
in the morning since
Yeah,
it's later
it's
now.
late. I guess that's the only
Yeah,
reason to do
we
it.
were gonna get like 2 hours of traveling and then have to keep watch here. At least we can get a good night's rest and leave early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also if you leave early in the morning, you'll still make it back to the barge right before the end of the day.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. I'm just gonna say all that works out for you. You spend the night. In the morning, you get up and you travel. And giving some time for rest. It's going to take you 10 hours to get back, though you can't travel anymore that day, or you'll start suffering exhaustion. Also, actually, hold on. I gotta go back up a little bit. Hold on. Let me put the
Like the
time in
10
there. It's,
for-
10 hours. No, it's free. The abbot
Oh.
said it was free.
Sweet.
Leaving at 6 in the morning. 4 p.m. Arrive at barge rate. No more travel. Okay.
If anyone's got anything to roll? on,
That night, could everyone please make a perception check?
perception.
14.
9.
8.
9, 8,
12.
20
12,
total.
20. Okay. All right.
Not a natural.
Somebody has. Okay. Maxon, in the night, you notice two things. Number one, you notice that this night is the third and final night of the full moon. And number
Have we
two,
been
you.
track of already?
Huh?
We've been, or have we been keeping track of them?
I mentioned it the night of the 10th, and I forgot to say something on the night of the 11th. And in the distance, you hear some howling. That's it. That's all you notice.
Okay. Guys, I noticed it's a full moon and there's some howling going on out there.
Hmm.
You know what that means?
Werewolves?
Wolves?
Full moon?
Full moon? Cookies? Some of them full moon cookies? They're
Oh, hell
all
yeah.
chocolate.
Mm, delicious.
Good, actually.
But good observation.
All right. So you travel all day, and at 4 p.m. you arrive back at the Barge Right Inn.
Boots.
Yep.
Well, should we go talk to Snag Mother? Let her know we're back.
That's the wrong
Yeah.
one again. I always do that.
Holler at her.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Oh, those are the same. That's. I really have not saved this whole time. The number of times this has happened, I've never saved the map. Hold on, I'll get it in a second.
Where's this old snaggletooth at?
Oh wow, nice.
Be
Snaggletooth.
back in 1 second.
What was the password to get in this town?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, we got that.
it's not that late though, right? I think it's still open.
Yeah, but I
Amphel
forgot it.
Witch.
Oh, so
Yeah, Amphel was a bitch. Yeah.
All right, you get there, you go in. Where are you going?
See the snags?
Yeah, let's go see Snag Mother. We want to get to Yartar for a couple of reasons, I think, and
Yeah.
that's where the goods are going. So let's see if maybe we can arrange escorting their caravan tomorrow morning. Is that our plan?
I think so.
Yeah, let's go see her.
We go see her.
All right. Yeah. So you go and see her, and how do you want the conversation to go? I mean, you gonna jump right into okay? What did you want us to do, or what are we doing here?
Right. Sorry about this, but right before we go in, I say, by the way, she'd offered us some gold. But this is a pretty big thing we're doing for it. Maybe we could negotiate for some higher rewards.
who's good at that?
Someone's good
Not
at
not
negotiating.
me.
Not me.
I mean, I'll try my best.
Maybe like some magic items or something. I don't know.
I mean, I could have a spell I could use, but
No, she's pretty powerful. I don't want
That's
to
what I'm
try
saying.
to trick her. That'll get us in trouble, in my opinion.
yeah, persuasion. Try to
See
persuade
if we
her
can get
Oh,
more.
sure.
into. I'll just let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, you all go into her and kind of recap what you went and did, and she says, yeah, that's great." Um, you can tell that she doesn't really like Goldenfields. She was gonna
Mhm.
send somebody to warn them if you needed her to, but you never asked because either you were gonna do it or the Knights of Samular were gonna do it. But you can tell she doesn't really like that place for some reason. Um, and I'm not making you do a perception on that or an insight or anything because she's making it really obvious. Um,
I
and
tell her the beer was really good though.
she just kind of, yeah, okay. Um, so she'll recap for you what it was she wanted you to do, and I'll give that to you quick now. Um,
Okay.
and I'm not going to read it in her voice or anything. But given the variety of troubles in the Somber Hills, all wagons and river barges are under threat of attack. About half of the wagons who travel the roads of the Somber Hills get assaulted, though depending on the attackers and the defenses of the wagons, not all the convoys are destroyed. The Zentara, meanwhile, are losing almost every convoy, and none that have been attacked have survived. Snagmother has upped the defenses on the wagons, which has worked. They're not getting attacked anymore, but it's costing too much to ship goods, and so they aren't turning a profit. Defending the wagons isn't enough. She needs to stop the attacks entirely. Her plan was to hide out herself in a wagon with some other guards, then ambush the attackers, question them, and solve whatever needs to be solved thereafter. But now, with the attack on Womford, she's worried that the barge right could get attacked, and so she needs somebody else to do it. She trusts you guys. You're stronger than anybody else she could hire to go do it. She tells you that the plan is basically a convoy of 6 wagons, 4 is containing goods that will be sold at the final destination of Yartar. 1 wagon will actually contain your party, and 1 wagon will actually contain one of her soldiers with 4 others in Tarim troops, um, to basically assist you so that you're not going by yourselves into whatever fight. She is sending some of her own men to be part of this. And this is going to be a real convoy because as you're stopping in other towns, people are going to see that these goods are there. So if part of what's happening is word's getting out that this entire wagon full of stuff's coming, that will still happen because you'll have wagons of stuff still.
Okay.
So that's the plan. And she says or recaps that she has offered you 1,000 gold to do the job.
Hey, look at Dundas.
I say, we love to help you with all this. 1,000 gold, though? You think there is anything more you could give us? I think there probably is.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Use that charm. Consider a little.
Plus 4. 16.
Your persuasion's only +4? I mean, I believe you, but
Roll deception.
Or of what you said?
persuasion's +4. Yeah, okay.
Like everything.
All right, you're not actually proficient in any of your charisma stuff. I see.
Right.
Okay. What did you say you got?
16.
16. She says. Um. What did you have in mind?
Oh,
Is there? Okay. All right. Uh. I've got something I could part with. Um. Okay, how about this? Okay, 1,000 gold. You get half of it up front. The other half when you reach the end of this mission. We'll also give you a scroll, something within reason, and I could give you a +2 whip.
Gotta look at you guys.
Does anyone use whips? I didn't even know how whips work.
+2 whip.
Maybe Yerkin does.
No, I don't use whips. What do I?
It's a slashing thing.
I'm not trying to want to be like a dick to this lady either. So
The melee weapon.
Is anyone proficient in whips or anything?
It's finesse weapon.
You can use simple weapons.
Here, you guys don't know so well how to read. So the whip,
Finesse reach.
right? It's a finesse reach weapon, meaning finesse means you can use dexterity instead of strength. Reach means that its melee range is 10 feet instead of 5 feet. The damage is only a D4, obviously plus your dexterity, but it's a +2 weapon, so you'd have +2 on the attack and +2 on the damage. In addition to whatever else whatever kind of bonuses. And for Erkin's part, it is a one-handed weapon.
So it'd be a D4 +8 with a +9 hit.
Wouldn't be good for me, I say.
It's not terrible, but it's got 10-foot reach. I guess that's the good thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be the same attack and damage as your dagger.
Yeah, I got a dagger does the same thing for 20 feet though. So.
Well, yeah, you can throw it and get it back. That's right.
Except I could probably use the whip twice. The dagger, I couldn't throw it twice.
That would be pretty good. And you could two-hand stuff.
And eventually, Chris, your multi-attack's going to go to 3 attacks too.
All right, I'm down with it.
All right. And
I mean,
you said a scroll? Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, if you guys aren't happy with that, you can try to convince her to offer something else instead. But you're going to need to suggest something because that's what she had in mind.
What about an identify magic scroll?
Well, she said scroll. That I was going to say that, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
She said, yeah. So do you really like the whip, or should we suggest something else?
I'm okay with something else if it's good.
I suggest something else.
I'd love a magic shield, maybe a +2 shield.
She made a magic shield.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, plus 2 items are pretty rare. I don't have one of those, and I mean, if I had one, I would certainly offer it up. It would be well worth what you're doing for me, but I don't have one.
What about an identify magic scroll? You have anything like that?
Yeah, it's level 1. Yeah, sure. We could make that happen as the scroll.
Yeah, I think that's the scroll we want for sure.
So that scroll and then the. the
What about a +1 shield?
I could probably get one of those to be delivered, say when you reach Tribor. Yeah, I could do that.
All right, so out of game speak for the moment. So I wouldn't mind having a +1 on my AC. I'd have 20 AC at that point. Or would you prefer whip, or does somebody else prefer something else that's more valuable to them?
Sounds good to me.
I'm good with the shield or whip for you guys.
Try to get both.
How about all that
I
sounds
don't
good?
think we'll get both.
How about less
Shield,
money?
Whip,
Less
scroll.
money
Well, less-
keeps the money.
Sure, you want
We okay with that,
No.
Mrs.
half the money, but
Lily friend.
2 items. How about that?
Yeah.
Who's saying
All right,
that?
let's
Negotiator.
done this.
Okay. Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion coming up. And I said, what did you guys say? No money?
Less money.
I was going half money,
Half money, and then the
and
two
then a
items.
+1
Got it.
shield and a +2 whip, and then this
All right,
identify
so here
scroll.
comes my beautiful roll. It's a
Wait.
total of 16.
16.
Yep.
She says, I suppose we could do that. Okay. I'll give you the identify scroll and the whip now, and you can collect your 500 gold pieces and the shield when you reach Tribor. Or rather, when you finish the mission, but my men can collect the shield in Tribor.
How do we finish the mission?
You have to determine why Zentarum wagons are specifically being targeted and find out how I can stop it. At the end of the day, somebody is targeting us. I need to know who and where I can find them.
Who are your enemies?
Well, we assume it has something to do with Yartar itself, it being the only city of any note within the Desserin Valley. There are 3 suspects, though I'm not entirely sure it's one of them or not. The Harpers are frequently in conflict with us, and they have a strong presence in Yartar. This is well known, which is unusual for the secretive Harpers. Our intelligence indicates that it's not them. The sources are trusted, but they could be wrong. Second is the Lord's Alliance. A water baron who rules for life leads the city of Yartar. The current water baron is Nestra Ruthiel. Nestra, last name Ruthiol. Yartar is a part of the Lord's Alliance, and Ruthiel considers membership vital for its prosperity. The Lord's Alliance, however, has had its hands full trying to protect the people of Yartar. Apparently, people have been going missing. But this is happening all over the Somber Hills, so it might not even be related. Finally, the Hand of Yartar is an atypical thieves guild. While they do some of the classic thieves guild stuff, robbing people, hitting banks, that kind of bullshit, they are somewhat of a mafia. They engage in some legitimate businesses, but for the most part, those are covers for other more nefarious things. They are the most likely suspect, in my opinion. Though it could be some other party, of course.
Faux show.
Any idea of what level of attack we should expect?
Well,
I know the
I've determined that when I send 25 guards with my convoys, they don't get attacked. If I send less than 18, they definitely get attacked. So, something that is confident that it will succeed attacking 18 guards, but who draws the line at 25.
and all the guards end up dead or gone.
Yeah, the entire
if they get
convoy.
attacked.
The entire convoy gets destroyed. The goods are stolen, of course, but the wagons are destroyed. The pull animals are destroyed. The drivers, any other assistants, all the guards. We've never had a survivor.
How? What's the result as far as how they look? Any idea of how they're being attacked? Arrows or sword wounds or?
It's not always the same. Uh, all kinds of melee weapons, arrows, crossbow bolts, varying degrees of magic. Not magic every time, mind you, but at the very least, we've been attacked by people who can cast third level magic more than once. Could they cast higher than that? I don't know. But fireballs are pretty easy to spot.
Got it. Good. Well, anyone else have questions?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, that was pretty good.
We'd like to get moving. When's the next caravan leaving? Could it happen to head out tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, yes.
Great.
Alright, so we're gonna end for the night, and next week when we play, I'll give you a kind of introduction for how all of that's going to work. You'll get a little more information. You'll meet the other people that are traveling with you. And so I've looked at my summary of things that are coming up and other things you can possibly do soon. So you're 10% short of a level up right now, but it makes sense for you to be one level higher going into this. And since you're going to do a bunch of things coming up that are going to get you experience anyway, I want to do the level up for next session. So
Yay.
the level 8 stuff, and then we'll just have you go 1.1 to get to level 9 later. Now I'm going to post the summary of what everybody gets.
Oh,
I could be wrong about some things because I just tried to look it up. So, between now and next session, everybody needs to edit their characters. Before you do anything, write down what your max hit points are so you can be sure you didn't mess something up. Okay? So, but when you level up, you do get your max hit points go up, and everybody gets another hit die to use. Okay? Grimgar is going to get an additional 4th level spell slot, and he can prep one more spell. The other thing that everybody gets, you can each pick when you're leveling up either an ability score increase of 2, which can be split between 2 different abilities or used on just one. Remember that for every 2 you put into an ability score, you get +1 to everything that relies on that ability. So if you add 2 to your wisdom saving throw will go up 1. All of your checks like perception and things like that are based on wisdom will go up 1. If you have magic that's based on wisdom, that goes up 1. So there's a big domino effect of things that are impacted. But if you have an odd number right now on like 2 things, and adding 1 to each of them might make sense. In the alternative, if you don't want to do the ability score increase, you can pick an additional feat other than whatever you already have. Check it with me before you pick, because I have some homebrew stuff that's really attached to items and everything, so not everything on there is actually a feat. Okay? So just check with me before you pick. The other thing I'm going to do is, last time you had this happens every 4 levels. Last time you had this at level 4, we did ability score increase for everybody, but then at level 6, because you guys were at level 6 forever, I let you also pick a feat and said that it was really stemming from level 4. At level 8, I'm not automatically giving you both, but if you pick one of those two things, either an ability score or a feat, and you want to in-game roleplay your character working on the other thing, if you do that enough, I'll eventually award it to you. Okay, so you can earn through
That's
roleplay
pretty cool.
the second thing. So, like, for example, if you took a feat and you wanted to increase your intelligence by 2, but you weren't taking that right now, if you spend time in-game studying for enough sessions, I'll say that you eventually get your +2 to intelligence. Okay, or if you took the intelligence and you wanted to get the feat later, whatever the feat is, you would have to do things that work on you gaining that ability in game, like, oh, nobody else is doing anything, or it's bedtime, or whatever. I'm going to do this for a couple hours. Da 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 da. And if you actually work on it, so it's not mandatory. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But you're not going to get the thing unless you do it.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody gets that, and like I said, Grimgar gets a 4th level spell slot +1 that he can prepare. If he does so that his wisdom goes up 1, he'll get to prep an additional spell on top of that. His turn undead feature that he can use that makes undead creatures run away from him. If he succeeds, it used to be that if they were challenge rating of 1/2 or less, they'd automatically die. That goes up to a challenge rating of 1. And he gains Divine Strike, which is an ability to infuse his weapon strikes with divine energy. On each of his turns, when he hits a creature with a weapon attack, he can cause the attack to deal an additional 1d8 of radiant damage. Maxon, fighters don't get anything else at level 8, so instead, I'm letting you add for free, not included in anything else I talked about, a thing I called Maxon's cantrips or something like that. So if you go and add, there's a feature you can add, or I might have already added it to your character, that has your name in it. I am letting you learn 1 wizard cantrip and 1 druid cantrip.
Whoa.
Okay, those are typically weak spells that you can use as many times as you want during the day. There is no limit on how many times you use it. However, you may not want to learn attack spells because your bow is definitely going to be better than any attack cantrip you could possibly learn. However, there might be things you'll see as useful, even though it's an attack. Like, for example, create bonfire. You could just instantly create a bonfire on a square. That's technically an attack, but you may think it's useful for some reason for starting fires or something like that, and you may want that one. But there's plenty of other kind of cool spells that aren't really about combat that could be useful, like Mage Hand or Move Earth, or just there's a whole bunch of different things. So read through them at some point. You pick the spells right on that feat, like in your feat section. There's a drop down menu for each of them, and you can learn it. Erkin gets Land's Stride, which means that whenever he moves through non-magical difficult terrain, it costs him no extra movement. He can move through tangled vines and high grass and rocky hillsides and everything else, and it doesn't slow him down at all. He can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them, and without taking damage if they have thorns, spines, or a similar hazard. So he can run right through thorn bushes without taking any damage or slowing down. And he also has advantage on saving throws against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, like his Entangle spell that he uses all the time. So he can now create that spell and run through it with no problems, which is a really big advantage for him. He can throw it down, slow people down, and then just chase them down and stab them in the face. Dundas, the only thing you get is an extra spell. You can add 1 more spell that you know. It makes sense if it's a 4th level spell, considering that's what you can learn right now. Also remember that when you level up, you're allowed to change out any 1 spell you know for any other spell that you could know. You're probably not going to do that, but you could. And then Theron gets an additional 4th level spell slot. He can prepare one. If his intelligence modifier goes up one, he can prepare an additional one on top of that, and he learns for free 2 spells.
Sick.
Keeping in
Pretty
mind that
cool.
he could spend time this night learning his new
I would like to do that.
identify
spend my
scroll
shit.
if you spend the money.
I'll do that.
You can just it's only 4 p.m. at this point, so you've got plenty of time to do that with other spells if you have the money if you want to.
How do we do our HP again? Do we have to roll?
I don't. It depends on what your character is set at. So you need to go to that first screen on the character edit, and just see what the HP is set at.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out myself. Mine only went up 4, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah, mine went up 2.
Yeah. So if you go to the first screen on the character edit, the home
Mhm.
for hit points,
Oh,
hit point type.
okay.
Yours is manual Grimcar.
Yeah, mine is 2.
Yeah, so
So
I think I gotta change my rolled HP
yeah. So
to get it
you
right.
roll and you just whatever you get, you add that to your rolled HP total.
So mine's a D6.
Yeah, but
What?
Yours is
I think some of us decided to do like the average thing.
Yeah, I think everybody else is probably average.
Yeah,
Just
and
as
I
an
looked it up
automatic.
before. I'll have to look it up again to remember what it is.
What? Look what up.
Total fixed HP, total average HP 71. Maybe that's what it was.
Should do it for you.
Why
if we
why
just
why are you looking
the
it up,
level.
Ryan? I don't understand.
Well, because I thought
You thought what?
I thought that you still got to put in on here the average somehow. So I've got to look up what the average is.
Yours is manual. Why would you have to put in any average?
It does your Constitution modifier as you level up, so that's why I only added 4 or something for you. And then you roll whatever whatever dice it tells you to roll, and then you add that to your rolled HP.
Hmm.
Yeah, your Constitution modifier is +3, and you're a dwarf, so you get a +1.
Yeah, that's the 4 you were
So
talking about.
that's your +4. Then you got to roll your die and add that to your rolled HP total. Maxon is also supposed to roll. Dundas and Erkin have theirs set to automatic.
Yeah, mine's autofill.
How do you set it to automatic?
You go to the first screen on the character edit, the home thing, and just switch
Okay.
that to fixed. You can do that if you want. I don't care if you don't want to roll anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
can
might
switch it.
try. Yeah, I might try fixed.
That's why I told you to write down what it was before you leveled up, though, so that we
I
didn't
did that.
break the friggin' thing and forget where we are. I mean, if I'm Rob, I probably want to roll because he has rolled so high in the past that he's way above the average right now.
Last couple.
So are we supposed to be
bad, though.
doing this next session?
Picking all your shit.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
supposed to be doing it between now and next session. I don't want to
Fine.
spend any time
Okay.
in session doing it, but if
Okay.
people got problems, I want to.
Yeah, okay, all right. I got mine now, 75. I think what I did is I didn't put it on fixed, and I should have, and so I was just modifying it every time
Oh.
to be on average.
Yeah. So Rob, if
fixed.
you wanna switch yours to fixed too, you can. I don't care. Everybody can do fixed if they want.
So
It would make sense for me to
on-
do intelligence score twice, wouldn't it? For ability score improvement.
Yeah, I mean all your magic goes up 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so all my healing now I get a permanent +1 to
Yeah. And it probably
doing
makes
it,
sense
so-
for if Nate was going to do charisma twice, but he could also choose a feat instead. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
how do I change fixed?
go to your character thing.
I
And
can
then go
I
to
can
home.
just I can just
Oh,
change
sorry.
it
Oh, the
if you
first
want.
page there.
Yeah, the first page.
Yeah, go to home, and I was on class. Look, and then there's a manage HP button under there. That's what I was looking at, and I was trying to figure it out. So
So Rob, I'm going to add that.
Yeah,
feat
just
for you.
yeah. Go ahead.
There. Okay. So what you got to do is you have to go into features and traits, and then down to the bottom where it says manage feats, and there'll be the one there is kind of lit up with a blue exclamation point, and if you click it, it's got choose a spell, and one is the wizard list, and the other one's the druid list. And if you click on one, it'll give you a description of what it is, so you can kind of scroll through them over time to pick. I just thought it was bullshit that you get absolutely nothing.
Oh, the ability. It's useful.
Well, yeah, but everybody gets that. You were the only one that didn't get anything other than that. So. Yeah. So next time we'll start that, and like I said, you guys are a little bit short, but I'm letting you level up now, and we'll just make it up between now and the next level up.
I'm also going to detune from my armor and attune to my Pegasus horn overnight, since it's been 3 days now. Or else I'll do that in the morning, whichever it is.
Who added the whip?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. I just want to make sure somebody actually took it. Alright, so you get the money and the shield when you complete the thing, but regardless of whenever you complete it, you gotta wait till Tribor at a minimum, because that's when where the shield will arrive. She has to order it from someplace.
And Darren got the scroll, right?
Yes, he's just gonna straight up just use the scroll to learn the spell now. And well, it's 10:10. Do you want to identify stuff before we stop, or what do you want to do? You want to do it next time?
What do you guys think?
Yeah, might as well just do it.
Okay.
I think it's just a cat thing. And did you have something else?
Disc. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to? You're gonna do that? You're gonna do both those things, Darren?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. The cat head is a luck stone. And I'll look up the exact name of the other thing. The other item is a teleportation disc.
Ooh.
So let me read what both of those do. The luck stone, or stone of good luck as it can be called, it requires attunement, and when you are attuned to this stone, you gain a +1 bonus to all ability checks and saving throws.
Mm.
The teleportation disc has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to cast the teleport spell from it. The disc regains 1 expended charge every week.
Mm.
The teleport spell is a level 7 spell. This spell instantly teleports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range, or a single object that you can see within range, to a destination you select. The destination you choose must be known to you, and it must be on the same plane of existence as you. Your familiarity with the destination determines whether or not you arrive there successfully.
Oh, nice.
8 creatures, you said?
You and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice you can see within range. The
Wow.
range is 10 foot.
Okay. They're gonna
So
be
everybody's
pretty
got to
close.
stand close together.
That's
Literally
pretty sweet.
teleport anywhere on the same plane as you. But for example, if it's a place a place you've viewed once, I roll a D100, and if it's a 1 to a 43, there's a mishap. If I roll a 44 to a 53, you arrive someplace that's similar to what you described.
I don't know.
54 to 73, you arrive close to where you described, and a 74 to 100, you get exactly where you said. And those odds go up the better you know the place. If you're very familiar with it, it's a 25 to 100 that you arrive where you want. 14 to 24, close to it. So, pretty high odds that you get pretty close.
Yeah.
So you can't just go wherever you want. You have to have an item that's from that place, or you have to have been there before or know it. So
Cool.
very powerful, but not a lot of. It's got 3 charges, and it regains 1 charge every week.
Yeah.
So you cannot use it constantly.
Good if like some earth elemental or something's gonna kill us all.
You can certainly make a quick escape. And of course, this is all relative to the person who is attuned to it. It does
Correct.
require attunement, which means that if you're going to use it as an escape device, you'd have to have it attuned all the time because it takes an hour to attune. Whereas if you're just going to use it to go someplace once, you just wait an hour to attune to it, and then you can go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that's the decision that you have to make.
So, who wants to carry this disc? I say
What's the disc do again?
teleports us, you, and 8 willing people to anywhere. Pretty much. You have to know of the area though. That's what he's just talking about. Because if you're not 100% sure of where you're trying to go, we could be sent somewhere wrong.
Gundus has never been to any of these places before, really.
That's
I've
why I don't want
studied
it.
the Sunbur Hills very well in my
Plus,
time
I
off.
have it.
Have you been there?
Theron probably knows the most, and Grimgar has probably been to the most places.
Yeah.
Erkin, however, has lived the longest in this area.
That's true.
Oh.
Do you have to be able to picture that area when you use it?
The level of familiarity, the best is that there's a permanent circle there, and you know about the circle. There are teleportation circles that exist in places. If there's a
Oh,
permanent
okay.
circle there and you know where it is, you'll 100% chance you get there. If you have something like if you have an object that's literally from that place, you can use it to get there 100%. And then the odds go a place you're very familiar with, a place you've seen casually, a place you've viewed once, a place that has been described to you, and a place that has been falsely described to you. That's a 0% chance.
Yeah, so one of you got to take this teleportation disc. From me, please.
Theron would only be able to use description of places he's never been.
So,
Got
not
it.
me then.
Well, it depends. I
take
mean,
it,
if
I
you're
guess.
primarily going to
yeah,
be teleporting to places you've all been before,
Right.
yeah. I guess
But
it's
still,
a question
it'd
of
be
how.
more beneficial since you do know of more places.
for example, I would say that the Barge Right Inn you've seen casually at this point. You've been there a few times. You're not very familiar with it because you haven't
Mhm.
spent extended amount of times here. So
I guess it depends how we want to use it. Are we using it to try to travel places, or do we want somebody to have it
I
always
would think
equipped in case of emergency?
worst case scenario, but you
I
definitely
would say
know
for
more than I
now
do.
because it's late. Put it Dundas. You put it in your inventory,
Yeah, I get it.
teleportation disc, and figure it out later.
I got
Yep.
that in the stone, and we'll figure it all
Put the
out.
stone. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Looking pretty.
Okay, so